grow again, as Dacia said. I want to be part of this proverbial comeback, but I don't think it's inevitable. If I thought it was inevitable, I wouldn't be running. If I thought that all of the wonderful things that are happening downtown and over the Rhine would actually happen, would sort of spread out to places like Price Hill and where we live in Mount Washington, I wouldn't be running. But I don't think it is inevitable. I think it's going to take a lot of work. If I thought we were creating enough jobs for people, especially those who don't have jobs or who are underemployed, and we were sufficiently focused on that, I wouldn't be running. And if I thought that City Hall didn't need an additional leader, somebody who was service-oriented, all about solving problems, I wouldn't be running. But despite the fact that there are a lot of really good people down there, I believe they could use an additional leader, somebody who has that sort of leadership style that's all about bringing people together to get things done. So I think it'll take a few big ideas and a different kind of leadership style. One, what we're doing downtown and over the Rhine is a model that I think should be leveraged across the city so that we're doing similar work in neighborhoods that are on the cusp of a comeback. Number two is I'd like to see us do all kinds of work to create jobs. One, to use new revenues, whether it's from the casino or potentially an alternative parking deal, to bond those dollars to do any number of public works initiatives to put people back to work. Number two, bless you. We, and Wendell's been a part of this, and it's been somewhat controversial, but it's the right thing to do. We have got to be much more committed to inclusion and making sure that people who live in our neighborhoods have access to these jobs. Otherwise, we're just not getting the best bang for our buck, and we're not doing right by those people who live, in Bond Hill and Avondale and Price Hill and all these other places. It's going to be key to actually seeing those neighborhoods turn around. The third and final thing is around schools and education. I mean, the partnership between the city and the school district has to be stronger. It's what I do day in and day out in my job, and I'd love to see that partnership really come alive, especially around preschool. And it's something that I've talked about and many of you have been a part of. But I don't think it's altogether impossible that we would have the willpower and resources ultimately to ensure that every 3- and 4-year-old in the city of Cincinnati, irrespective of income, has the opportunity to go to quality preschool. It will be a game changer for those kids. It'll be an attempt, a great attempt on our part to start to retain and attract families in ways we haven't before, and it'll transform our school district. And I think we're closer than we're not in terms of getting that done. As I said at the beginning, wouldn't be running if I didn't think that I could make a difference. And part of that includes those ideas, but a big part of it includes the transition from where we've been, and Wendell and I were just talking about this in terms of being scared of, in some ways, of our own shadow, this sort of collective self-doubt that's been way too pervasive in this city, to ensuring that that era of disbelief in our ability to do big things is over. And so that is at the heart of why I'm running. I want to be a part of that all coming to an end, where we finally agree and rally around some big things, and we have the confidence to get them done and be that big city again. So I appreciate you all being here. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. Make sure you sign in.